Everybody out there today. It's been just a bit since I have done a video. I've been working on a lot of different things, a lot of marketing, and today's video is brought to you by LeeFranksmarketing.com. Huge ninja fan. When I was a kid, I read and studied so much on ninjitsu. Was always dying to just take a class or a course, and learned a lot about it on my own. So I wanted to do the top 5 ninja masters to give you some food for thought and some things to research. And this stuff just comes off the cuff for me. I studied it for so long. I needed outlets when I was a kid. I really did, and I studied the martial arts, of course, myself. But I just wanted to kind of take you through the tree of what is true ninjitsu. And luckily there was some establishment in the beginning with all the hoopla and all the magic that ninjas could perform, and so luckily, you know, there was a set systematic tree, and if you studied from this particular tree, you had a lineage you could trace, and it kind of took a lot of the folklore out of it. And I think ninjitsu is a great style. I think it's very diverse. It is kind of set in a certain way, like a lot of styles are, that this is kind of our focus. You know, it's really good for defense. It's not really a style for tournaments, I don't think. There are some styles out there that are great for tournaments, and that's the focus of the art, and that's the way they go. Ninjitsu, with its deadly element, you know, some of the training can be dangerous, of course. It's a dangerous style. I mean, some of the locks and some of the chokes and nerve positioning and different things is pretty dangerous stuff. So their focus is more on get out at any cost survival. So, and I actually didn't learn about this guy until a few years ago, but his name is Shitsuga Takamatsu, and I just called him Takamatsu, but it turns out he was Masaaki Hatsumi's instructor. And this guy had an amazing lineage. He knew a lot of styles. Ninjitsu was kind of a way of life, and it was his major style. Some pictures I've seen of him, he had these sharp fingernails. I mean, they took this stuff pretty serious. And you know, if he poked you with one of those fingernails, like in some vital points, back here, right here, you know, that fingernail was going to penetrate through. You know, there's a pressure point here, and so a pretty dangerous guy. Mostly stand-up positions and throws and things. I saw this guy perform. Never saw any groundwork. Pictures are pretty rare. You know, he had a lot of historical things like scrolls. You know, he really is kind of at the top of the tree of ninjitsu. Amazing instructor, and I'm sure there's probably some books out there on Takamatsu, but you have to kind of fold back. I've actually had some antique ninjitsu books myself that were worth several $100s. That I've sold, different translations and different things. So definitely have traced this guy back, the lineage of the tree. Number 2 is Masaaki Hatsumi. Of course, to me, he really should be number 1, but because of the lineage and the order of everything. Masaaki Hatsumi is amazing. I mean, he just makes things look so simple. He's been doing it for so long. It's like breathing for him. And I've seen him do the fingernail thing as well when he's teaching his hand-to-hand combat stuff. And he guides, when you watch him instruct, he guides his victim or volunteer, if you will, through so many different holds and throws and effortless type of stuff. And he's not that young anymore. So it's pretty amazing how he gets by. And he knows a lot of the ancient techniques, ancient tricks, all the weapons. I mean, he's a master, and he learned, I believe, from Takamatsu. Number 3 is the man who brought really ninjitsu to America, Stephen K. Hayes. I mean, he's got a huge, vast collection. His books are very simple and easy to understand. He's kind of into the spiritual realm of ninjitsu. You know, maybe that's his religious conviction. He studied over in Japan with Masaaki Hatsumi, and he was on every cover of every major martial arts magazine in the 80s. Then I think he got together with Ohara Books, and then he wrote a series of books. Just a very fascinating kind of guy. I don't hear the connection between him and Masaaki Hatsumi much anymore. I'm not sure if they had a falling out, but Hayes is an interesting practitioner. He's very well skilled. He really knows what he's doing. And number 4 is, and this guy actually was in one of the UFCs. I don't know if you guys remember from back in the day, but Robert Bussey, he's written a lot of great books. I think there's some collectible books out there. I think he's at the level of like White, and he had actually several fighters maybe in the UFC. I can remember a UFC where he submitted a fighter, and he was there, you know, to support the fighter and help him. But again, ninjitsu is not tournament fighting or anything like that. But Robert Bussey, very well known and very good guy. Got a lot of press over the years and has been in a lot of magazines, and just about every ninja magazine there was in the 80s. There was a magazine just called Ninja, and he was in that many times. And this is a quick video. Number 5 is Jack Hoban, and he's got some really cool books on Tanto Jitsu, on Amazon, and there's just a lot there to explore. He's a really good instructor. His books run $20, $25. They're out of print, so you have to kind of buy them used. And he's just a fantastic instructor. So we had 2 Japanese top flight ninjas here, Takamatsu and Masaaki Hatsumi, and then 3 Americans, Hoban, Hayes, and gosh, and you know, I must be getting old, Robert Bussey, which I just haven't read too many of his books. I've read Hoban's books, lots of Stephen K. Hayes, lots of Masaaki Hatsumi, so the names kind of get away from me, but I'm going to write a blog about this, and I'll put a copy of the link at the bottom. Jump over to my site, LeeFranksmarketing.com, for more information. And again, have a great day, and I'll be posting more soon. Bye.